Hey, Michael, it's great to see you and great to catch up.
You
Nice
too,
to have you
Chris.
here.
It's been
Yeah,
a while. Nice to see you.
a long time no see. Yeah, it's great to
Yeah,
see you.
familiar face.
hmm so you've got this festival that's starting up on Thursday called Jump into Spring. It runs for 4 days. Can you tell us a little bit about how the festival came up? It's done in conjunction with Safe at Home Manitoba, right?
Yes, that's part of the Safe at Home Manitoba program, which is the goal to bring people who are still at home, or anyone really, live, quote unquote, live music right into their homes or wherever they can watch. Because at the moment, still, there's really nowhere to go and watch live music. It's one of the things that is still pending, concert halls, music venues. So at the moment, they're hoping to keep people entertained at home while they're still there.
hmm the festival features some great local talent as well as talent from other places. Can you tell us how Jazz Winnipeg pick these artists? Did you sort of have a dream list of who you thought you wanted to invite and then took it from there? Or was there a single person that picked the artists? Can you tell us how the artists essentially came together, how the roster was picked?
Well, when you talk about the local scene here, I mean, the list of people is endless, right? And so we've since this pandemic began, we've been able to go through quite a few local artists and, getting them some live gigs last summer, also some streaming online festivals. So when I was going through the list of people that we haven't featured yet, a number of them came up. We also have a good association with the University of Manitoba. So I hooked
Mhm.
up with John Gordon there, who's one of the professors, John Gordon, saxophone player. He's also going to be performing. And, the two of us just sort of chatted about people who are around town that maybe we haven't featured. And he also mentioned a couple. And so we decided to do some who are still here in Winnipeg when we thought about sort of the concept of where are they now, right? A lot of the people who have graduated from the University of Manitoba jazz program who have left the city and sort of wondering where they are. So we hooked up with three in particular. We've got Joanna Majoko, who's living in Toronto. We have Reggie Lewis, saxophone player who's living in the States. And then young drummer Tatiana Haraschuk, who's doing her master's in Valencia, Spain,
Ah,
of all places. So we reached out to them and said, hey, we would really like to hear about what you've been up to, how you've kind of progressed since you left town. And are you interested in performing for us for this festival? They're thrilled. They're really thrilled to be able to reach back to an audience because right now they can't travel, just like us, we can't travel anywhere. And so they put together performances for us. Locally, who people who are here now, Aaron Prop and Larry Roy have a brand new CD coming out, so they were thrilled to be able to get some of the tunes out there as well. John Gordon is going to be doing a performance. We have Helen White, longtime performer in Winnipeg, hasn't performed anything for Jazz Winnipeg in a number of years, so she was really thrilled too.
yeah, and she opens up the festival. And maybe can you just maybe briefly talk us through the festival, like what people can expect to see in the 4 days?
For sure. Well, it starts March 11th, March 11th to 14th, and sort of without sort of giving you a down, breaking it down day by day, time by time. It's all available on jazzwinnipeg.com on our website.
Mhm.
I can talk about some of the highlights. We've
Sure,
got
sure.
Charles McPherson. Charles McPherson is a saxophone player who came up with Charles Mingus, played with him for many, many years. And actually, the timing of his performance is perfect because just this year he was named Jazz Artist of the Year from Jazz Times Magazine and also Best Recording of the Year from Jazz Times Magazine. So even he's 80, he's 82, I think he is, but I wouldn't say his career is peaking, but he's finally getting some real notoriety that's sort of long overdue. Um, really excited he's performing in a duo with a guy named Randy Porter,
And he's a saxophonist, right?
saxophone player. Yep. Emmett Cohn, who's been in town once before. Emmett Cohn's a young pianist living in New York, and he put together a really cool show. It's actually three pianists. They're doing something called the Harlem Stride Summit. So Harlem Piano Summit, where they're featuring all this amazing stride music. Three guys in the same room, three like virtuoso pianists, himself, Johnny O'Neill, and a guy named Rosano Sportiello. So the three of them trade off riffing back and forth, kind of to outdo each other, singing. It's almost like a fun little house party. So that's going to be a cool show. We also have Sebastian Gaskin. Sebastian Gaskin is an up and coming young Indigenous artist. He's mixed between kind of soul, hip hop, funk. So I'm really looking forward to that show. And the other kind of neat thing we're doing is we're doing a workshop. So we're giving people a little bit of an insight as to what university students go through in a workshop. Even though it's not live, it's going to be virtual. People can stream in and watch a workshop live. Fabio Ragnelli, drummer and teacher at U of M, is hosting one with Pat LaBarbera, who's like a sort of a legendary saxophone player living in Toronto. He's been teaching for 40 years. So that's going to be kind of cool. People can get on, they can ask questions, sort of be part of the workshop.
Amazing. Is there any one artist in the festival that you particularly want to see, like that you're super jazzed about? No pun intended.
I wouldn't say any one in particular, because they're all bringing something unique. They're all bringing something unique to the table. Young trumpeter singer Atara Kanangara, her name is. She lives in Toronto. She's from the West Coast. She's got a really cool sound where she incorporates a little bit of. It's hard to say. I mean, her background is jazz, but she incorporates some sort of pop music into it with her trumpet playing. So that's a really neat combination. I really enjoy her playing. I've seen her before, and it kind of gives me goosebumps to watch her perform, because there's a lot of emotion and passion in her music too.
Oh, that's amazing. So the festival starts on Thursday, but with so many streaming events, are the videos going to be available sort of after the fact? Like technically the festival wraps up on the Sunday, but are people going to have access to the videos after that, or not?
Yeah. Up until March 30th, we're going to keep them all until March 30th. So you can stream them either on our website, jazzwinnipeg.com. We're also doing them on Facebook and YouTube. The only catch with those two is that if you stream it through our website proper, jazzwinnipeg.com, you can't comment while you're watching, whereas through Facebook and YouTube you can. But some of our listeners and some of our Jazz Winnipeg fans have said, well, we don't have Facebook, so we decided as well to offer it on our website, just keeping in mind that if you want to interact, it's got to be on Facebook or YouTube. So everything will go up there live at the times we have listed on our website. And then you can if you miss it, you can get back onto our website or Facebook and watch it up until March 30th.
No, that's amazing. And one of the other nice things that I was noticing about the scheduling is, so for example, I could tune in on a Friday night at like 6 and just sort of leave it on, because the events sort of happen one right after another, which is an added bonus. And I think you touched on this before. How much is it to see these great performers?
Well, it's pretty affordable.
Yeah.
Sure is. The only thing you got to pay for is your internet service. Other than that, it's free to watch. There's no charge. Safe at Home Manitoba. It's an amazing grant that they've given out to so many different organizations in the city and in the province, allowing all this amazing music and live performance for free. So that's the biggest bonus, right? There is no charge for it at all. Tune in for as long as you want for the whole thing, for a little clip. If there's someone in particular you want to see, go back and revisit it. There's no charge at all.
And do you just want to quickly, do you have the website handy where people can access the video?
Yeah, jazzwinnipeg.com is the website.
And then it'll just lead onto the YouTube channel from there.
Yeah, or you can watch it right on the website. It's up to you.
It sounds great. Michael, it's been great to chat with you about Jump into Spring. It sounds like just a great 4 days. And the fact that the videos are going to be available until March 30th gives lots of people an opportunity to see some of these great performers. Yeah.
And hopefully next time they can be swinging by or, come into town. But in the moment, we got to do what we can do and get the music out there and hope people enjoy it. Yeah, absolutely. Get these artists working and doing what they do best.
Thanks for chatting.
Thank you, Chris. Nice to see you. All the best to you.
All the best to you too. Thanks again.
Thank you.